Hi everyone, this is Iliana from the Violet Flame Oracle. Tonight we are going to be doing a special love and romance reading for the collective. So this will be for a general reading and not specifically for divine connections. So if you are in a connection, just started a connection, newly separated, however it may apply to you, we're going to keep this as general as possible and go into detail to see as many messages as we can receive from Spirit and Archangel Michael. So going into it, my initial guidance was to do this live on Instagram, but unfortunately I did not get enough feedback to be able to do it on there. So I was guided to do this and put it on YouTube so it'll reach more people and help more people, obviously. I don't believe there's much else that I need to share right now, so I do want to keep this intro short. But please check out the Linktree link in my bio, and you'll find all my social media pages on there, as well as the lachicv.com, violetflameoracle.com website, where you can book your Reiki and reading sessions with me, as well as find crystals, crystal jewelry, metaphysical products and gifts. And you can always contact me through there if you have any questions regarding a booking or one of my products. If you're not following me already on Instagram, you are more than welcome to do so at Violet Flame Oracle on Instagram, or you can follow my personal page where I share more of myself and more on a daily basis or so, which is this is Iliana on Instagram. Now I'm trying a different format today. I noticed that the last video was my first video with the overhead camera, so I was a little off, and I promise to do better this time. But going forward, I've been guided to do things a little differently. So I'm going to be using a couple of different decks that I haven't normally used for YouTube. I've used these for client readings, and I've connected with them for that. So since this is for the collective, I want to keep the energy of the collective within the cards that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to be starting with Lenormand, which I know will be new for this channel. Thank you for those of you who are back today watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. I greatly appreciate it. It lets me know that you appreciate the content and gives me thumbs up to keep going and adding more. On that same token, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, which is the minimum that YouTube will allow for me to be able to go live, I will start doing the live tarot readings here on YouTube. So I appreciate your support for that. Now, going forward, I'm going to start with Lenormand, and then I will be using tarot to receive additional guidance and messages, and then we're going to close the reading with advice from Spirit regarding your situation, okay, and some love messages from your beloved, okay. That could be your romantic partner, your romantic interest, someone you're in a relationship with, someone that you might be physically separated from at this time, with the help of Archangel Michael, who's with us today. So let's get started. I'm going to put this to the side here. I've already cleared my space and the cards and myself. So let's see how we want to get going. I typically channel while I am shuffling. However, right now I'm trying to get into your energy. So I'm going to be a little quiet. Feel free to fast forward during the shuffling. And if you see that I've channeled a message during the shuffling, you have the opportunity to rewind it and listen to it. I do allow for captioning, so that can also help. If there's any part in here that you don't hear very well, as I tend to speak low, seeing as I'm not home. Okay, so what does the collective need to know regarding their romantic connection at this time? Okay, so we have forgiveness and true love. Now let me check, make sure this is on camera. Perfect. Okay. Right off the bat, there's some of you that are dealing with a falling out of sorts, obviously, but I'm getting a strong feeling about reconciliation. So we may have some messages coming up for those of you that are on the outs with someone, and then we have release and true love. So now we're talking about definitely a connection. I'm feeling it's a long-term connection that this specific message will resonate for. As always, it's a general collective reading, so only take what resonates. Use your highest discernment and trust your inner judgment on what messages are for you. So I'm feeling that this specific message is for someone who's been in a long-term connection with someone on and off. And there's been some sort of falling out that may have seemed quite permanent. Okay, so you're being asked to work on forgiveness and releasing what has happened in the past, be it what role you played, what role your significant other played. And this is about finding that unconditional love for yourself as well as for your significant other. Not necessarily to come into reconciliation, because I know that some of you may not want that at all, but for the sake of being able to close that chapter and clear that space so that it is vacant and open for someone new to come in. Alright, let me shuffle 2 more times. Now we're going to cut the deck and take 3 messages, Spirit, on what the collective needs to know at this time regarding their love connections, their romantic connections. So we have boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed. There's the true love card, and you saw me shuffle. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional, sorry. And then we have rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. Okay, let's see if I can make some room here. Okay, just making sure the cards are on the screen. All right. There are a few messages that are coming in, okay? First of all, there's 3 separate messages, okay? So some of you are dealing with needing to set firm boundaries, without a doubt, okay? This may or may not be a true love situation. This could just be with a new connection. Then we have those of you who I feel are dealing with that separation with someone you've been with long term. Now this long term could be someone that you were with for a long time ago. So maybe you separated with this person 5, 7, 10 years ago, and somehow their energy is on your radar and you're on their radar, however that may apply to you. And then the third message is this rejection. It says here, this rejection is actually divine protection. Now, I love this deck, but I'm going to be very straightforward with you. I don't believe in rejection. So I reject this rejection. No disrespect to the author of these cards, or beautiful cards. Just message. I don't believe in rejection. Why? Because I feel that when something is for you, it will not pass you by. Okay? So, if it did not happen, it could be a matter of timing. It could be a matter of having learned the lessons within that soul contract with that person elsewhere or on your own, by being committed to healing and awareness and your own ascension. So I think this is more about a missed opportunity. I'm seeing this as the Four of Cups. Okay, so this is more about a missed opportunity. I'm not going to read it as rejection. I'm going to read it as missed opportunity. And this missed opportunity could be something, here's another message, where you thought it was true love, all right, but there was not an equal give and receive, give and receive, and boundaries were needed, and what boundaries may have been placed were crossed, okay, which has led to this separation. Again, not rejection, just separation. We're going to find out if it's a temporary separation. We're going to try to find out what are the lessons that are being learned here. Again, you could have very well, for those that this is about a relationship, a long-term relationship that you separated 5, 7, 10 years ago. I'm even hearing 15 years ago. Wow, okay. Boundaries were weak. And there was codependency here. It's not to say that it wasn't true love. The fact that you're coming up on each other's radar right now could very well prove that it is true love, because it's unconditional. So, I'm going to pull out the Lenormand deck, and then we'll use the tarot. I want to see if I can get some specific messages here on what these situations look like, so that way we can resonate further on the specific scenarios. Okay? Now, just as with the oracle cards, the tarot cards, when it comes to Lenormand, I read them as textbook, quote unquote, and I read them clairvoyantly. So any messages that I'm receiving claircognizantly, I'm also sharing those with you, as long as I feel that they are related and necessary for you here. So let's find out, Spirit. And I'm sorry that I'm shuffling here off camera, but you can hear it. What can you tell us? What does the collective need to know at this time regarding their romantic connections? Again, feel free to come forward. I tend not to use to over clarify, because again, I receive my messages clairvoyantly. So you will see that, as with other readers, I will not use 300 cards at one time, unless it's that I need additional messages, or I'm guided to continue to pull cards, okay? Because to me, these are all tools, and they assist me in confirming the messages for you, the viewer, who are not in my head, right? So let's find out here what Spirit wants us to know about your current situation. Okay. We have the clover, the book, and the mice. Just making sure they're on camera. Okay, very good. Okay, so we have here a couple of messages are coming through again, and they go quite Thank you, Spirit. They go very well hand in hand with what's going on here. Coincidentally, look how they've come out. Okay, so the mice under rejection. Let's start there, because I know that when this card comes out, it's kind of like seeing the Seven of Swords, and people immediately want to know what it's about. So let's start there. I'm going to break it down to you individually, and then we're going to get the messages. So the mice is something that is provoking anxiety, that's eating away at you. It could be a loss of something important, okay? Something that you felt was very important anyway. Once the loss is there and you've grieved it, it may turn out that, good riddance. But at this time, okay, it is feeling as a loss. There's anxiety, there's worry, there's stress. There might be depression for some, and this could apply to yourself or to the person you're connected to, that this reading may be resonating about. Okay, now the clover is about happy circumstances. So this is bumping into someone you haven't seen in a while, or having them reach out to you online, a quick hello, haven't heard from you, and it puts you in a very happy-go-lucky mood where you're feeling like the beginning of something. So it could be the beginning of a friendship, okay, or the beginning of a flirtation. All right, this could be actual flirtation that happened with this person. It's definitely unexpected, okay. And then we have the book. So the book is a few things, okay. The book could be hidden knowledge, okay. It could be secrets. But in this specific deck, we have the book being opened. So this, to me, is a revelation. This is about speaking a truth. This is about knowing something about your past that you didn't know before. So what I'm seeing here is, okay, that there's someone that you have recently connected with. And this recent doesn't have to be just yesterday. It could have been last month. It could have been in the last couple of months. But they're on your mind, and they're in your energy, and you're in theirs. And that's why it's coming up for this reading, where it was a flirtation. Not necessarily something you thought was going to take off, but it was nice. The back and forth communication. Maybe you even met up once or twice, or made plans to meet up, but maybe didn't follow through. Which put you in a place where you thought, okay, there might be secrets. Okay, maybe this person has someone else. And so you're feeling the loss of that opportunity. What could have been something new for you. Or you're a little stressed out because you're wondering if this is going to go beyond a flirtation. You're wondering, what is this person hiding? You're having anxiety about it. Okay, which is coming back to this message of rejection and then this message of boundaries. There's some codependency issues here, okay? And the codependency issues aren't necessarily between you and this person, because it might be a new relationship or a new reconciliation. It's codependency issues that you have with yourself that you need to heal. Be it some inner child wounding, some abandonment issues, however this may apply. Okay, that for some reason or another, this situation or this person are bringing up for you, and they're coming up because that's part of the soul lesson in this connection. All right, for you to heal what's coming up. And if it's a separation, or you're realizing, okay, I thought we were going somewhere, but nothing came of it. What happened? Are there some secrets? This is a mystery. It didn't go anywhere, and now it's kind of like, did I do something wrong? Was I rejected? Right? No. It's just a matter of having to work on your healing, okay? And setting firm boundaries, having unconditional true love for yourself, and recognizing the lessons from this connection, okay? Because this person, I'm also feeling, is dealing with the same issues. You are mirroring to one another, okay? So you are mirroring to one another the need for firm boundaries, And the fact that this true love card is here, I want to keep coming back to that. I'm being guided to come back to that. I feel that for some of you, you may be dealing with someone from your past. Okay. I'm getting a strong energy that it's from this lifetime. So it's someone from this lifetime, from your past, that you thought it was true love. Doesn't matter how things may have gone within the connection, you just felt that this person was the one at one point or another. Okay? And this may be someone that's on your mind at this time, whether they have returned or not. Or this may be someone who actually has returned. Whether it was this week, last month, they're still on your mind. They're in your energy. And I'm feeling that you are on their mind as well. Okay? And they are having some anxiety about how to come forward. Like they want to be in this positive energy with you, but they're afraid of having a conversation where truth needs to be spoken. They're afraid that you are going to reject them. And so they're having anxiety about it. And they're feeling that they may have lost the opportunity to start something new with you, something that makes them happy. Okay? Yeah, so I'm going to pull some additional Lenormand cards, get an additional message here. And then we're going to move on to the tarot. What else, Spirit, do you want the collective to know regarding their current love, romance, connections? Additional messages. Again, only take what resonates. So some parts of this reading may apply to you. If all of it applies to you, that's great. Then this is definitely something that was meant for you to listen to. Otherwise, just only take what you know, what you feel in your heart that is for you, okay? So don't try to fit it into your situation. You will know. Trust your inner judgment. So now we have the birds, we have the garden, and we have the ring. Okay, so here is that additional message that we got. And within this additional message, and let me check the camera. Okay, I'm gonna have to move them up a little. With this additional message, I'm getting that. Just a second. Bear with me, guys. With this additional message, I am getting that long-term commitment message. Okay, it's confirming. Spirit is confirming that the message I received about a long-term connection. Okay, that may or may not be in the beginning stages of reconciliation. Is dealing with healing from a separation. Because remember, we did get forgiveness. True love came up twice, and we did get forgiveness and release as I was shuffling. So is release the ego, release what's going on, and learn to forgive yourself, to have unconditional love for yourself and your beloved. And then now we have boundaries and rejection. So we have boundaries that need to be in place. You need to heal and work on this during this time of separation. So there are a few messages that are coming in that I'm going to share with you, and then we're going to go into the actual text version of this, right? What this tells me as a Lenormand reader. But what I'm getting right away is that this specific message has to do with someone that you were in a long-term connection with. You may have been married, engaged, thought it was leading to marriage or engagement. You could have lived with this person. This is someone you may have met at school or at work or through a work event. You could have met them going out with your friends. I'm even seeing you could have met them online. Okay, this could even be some sort of PR media event that you found out about online that you went to, and you met them there, and things took off right away, like almost like love at first sight. And perhaps because it felt like love at first sight, one of you or both of you let your guards down and didn't really have strong boundaries. And so there may have been cyclical patterns that you went into of push and pull. Because maybe I'm feeling like you both got swept away, in love, and didn't really give the relationship, or rather each other, the time to truly get to know each other as a person. You were so swept away with emotion and love, and this person made you so happy and you got along so well that never really sat down and talked about the big things, like commitment. What is commitment to you versus commitment to them? Are they someone who honors marriage as you do? Or are they okay with not wanting marriage if you didn't want it? Because this is someone you saw this long-term connection with. And I feel that you were just so swept away with it all that at the end of it all, that may have been a major component. It was definitely a major component. This commitment, the commitment of it was a major component. And that ate away at your connection. And I'm seeing that there were secrets about it. So it's like one of you knew that the other did not necessarily believe in what is the institution of marriage, or maybe even spiritual connections, if that resonates with you. And that sort of ate away at your happiness while you were with this person, okay? And you may have tried to communicate this, but I feel that this person prefer to keep things lighthearted, to keep your communication lighthearted, okay? And to spend time, wining and dining you, and dating and traveling and being around friends and family. I feel that even though the passion was intense and it felt like true love, there was a block here to taking things to the next step. And for those of you that this is someone you just met or haven't known for that long, or are not in a long-term commitment with, but are thinking that this is where that's going, or wanting for this to go there, I'm seeing that it would apply the same. So switch the roles around. This may be eating up at you, wondering, is this leading anywhere? Is this going anywhere? Is this going to be my happily ever after? Because the clover is not a happily ever after energy. The clover is that initial flirtation, that initial getting swept off your feet. So you're wondering, is that all it was? Okay, you're in this situation where you're looking for more knowledge, you're looking for answers, and you're wondering, is there something that's keeping us from moving forward? What is it? You might even know what it is, and that's why it's eating at you. Okay? Because you haven't had this conversation with this person yet. And it could be because we are isolated at this time and you haven't been able to connect with this person in the physical world. And this is a conversation you feel you need to have face to face about where this is going. It could be moving in together, starting a business together, traveling together, whatever this is to you, that's the next big step. But I do see communication, okay? There is communication. There is communication about coming together. So there is communication about making plans to come together, okay? That will be kept. So if you've been wondering, should I reach out to this person and set a date to meet up with them so we can have this conversation? Are they going to show? Are they not going to show? Number one, it's definitely something they will show, okay? They do want to see you, all right? And number two, you could very well take things to the next level in this face-to-face meeting, because you may find that they are now open to this conversation with you and open to seeing where things can go. That's where I'm getting. That could be the actual happy ending. So we have this beginning flirtation, and then we have this happy ending. And in the process, you have this time of secrecy or mystery. This person's a mystery to you. Maybe they don't communicate very well, or they don't share very much of themselves. And there's been some sort of stress between you, some anxiety, back and forth in the connection, a separation, cyclical separation, get back together, separate, get back together, because of faulty communication. And now it's like, I don't know how long you've been apart or not. Again, I originally heard 5, 7, 10, 15 years for some who have been apart for quite a while. This could be someone you've been apart for a week, 2 weeks, 3 months, however may apply to you. You will know. But there's definitely communication here. And it's to come together in person. And it's about taking the next step. So this is about either the two of you coming to this conversation, or this could be the two of you coming into agreement, okay, that that's what you want. Now, I am going to pull some tarot cards. And we're going to get additional messages here. So I feel that regardless of whether or not this is a new connection or this is a reconciliation, the theme is the same. Okay? This is a past life connection. Whether it was previously in this life or in a previous life, you will know. It is definitely true love. There are issues with boundaries here. Boundaries, secrecy, this feeling of loss, maybe even a loss of independence. Maybe your person is feeling a loss of independence, or an issue with it. Let me shuffle while I talk. For those of you, because I'm seeing the book in the garden, for those of you that met at school, at work, very specifically a library, a bookstore, you met over the love of books, book club, you love reading. There's something about books here and gathering for me. Okay? There might be a special message for you here in this reading, so pay attention. But initially, regardless, you have this happy beginning that is leading to a true partnership, long-term commitment, and this is either the desire for it or this is where it could actually lead. So that's why we're going to take some additional cards here from the tarot deck and see what else Spirit wants us to know about this connection. And any additional messages we can get from there. Now this part I do shuffle hand over hand, so do feel free to either listen to my channeling or to fast forward. Okay, Spirit, 3 cards on what you want the collective to know about their connection at this time, please. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. One more card, please, Spirit. And I apologize that you may not be you might not be able to see the shuffling off camera, but one more card, just one more card, please. Oh, Wow, that one almost went overboard. Here's that communication. Wonderful. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So here's that fresh start. So there is a possibility for a fresh start. And you might be endlessly worried about it for no apparent reason, because here's that energy of worry and feeling left out, feeling as if there was an opportunity that you missed, or feeling rejected. Again, I hate saying that word, but only because I just don't believe in rejection. But that's, you know, rewind to the beginning and you'll hear what I said about that. But here's that key. There's that knowledge and that solution. And the key to the door, you know, so this is an energy of feeling as if you don't have support, you don't have hope, you're on your own, but you're truly not. Okay, now the Page of Swords energy is similar to that of this book. It's gathering information. Okay, so this could be you or your significant other who at this time is gathering information on how to come forward towards you, to make these plans, because again we have the garden here, to make these plans to come together, to travel towards you. There might be some traveling for some of you. This is communication and plans and movement that are going to happen quickly. Anywhere from the next 8 days to 8 weeks, I'm hearing. 8 weeks because there might be some overseas travel for some of you. But ultimately, that communication that we saw coming in is coming in. Okay, and there's a lot of passion behind it. There's a lot of passion behind it. Now, separately, I'm seeing that for some of you, that might be checking up on your person online. What you're seeing online is putting you in a low vibration. It's bringing you down. So it's definitely something you don't want to be doing right now. Okay, you're looking for these secrets. You're trying to find out what's hidden. Okay, what are they hiding at work? What are they hiding among their friends when they go out? What's happening here? Trying to check up on their conversations with other people, and it's putting you in a bad place. Okay, it's actually blocking, because this is also about a delay in action. So it's blocking this movement forward. Again, there's healing. Okay, there's boundaries. There's healing that needs to be done here. There's forgiveness and there's release. Okay, and that is in the way of this fresh start. And look at that, beneath the Fool, we have the Chariot, which is that travel, maybe even overseas travel for some of you. So let's get some additional messages here. What else, Spirit? 3 more cards on what the collective needs to know. Okay, some of you may be dealing with an air sign, but you don't have to be. Oh, look at that. You see? Here it is again. Here's that mice energy. 7 of Swords with the King of Swords. Now, I'm still going to get a 3rd card out, but... So here's that air sign, okay? And this is someone that we're looking at Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If not, then this is someone who could possibly be going through a divorce or has been divorced and been on their own for a while. And so it's kind of like they're stuck in their own way. It's not that they don't have a heart. It's not that they're cold-hearted, but they're stubborn. That's the energy that I'm getting, okay? That's not always the energy of the King of Swords, but the energy I'm getting of this person specifically. And because they're not as open with their feelings for you or towards you, you're feeling that something is up. Because here is that 7 of Swords mice that I channeled earlier. Look at that. Here it is. Okay? So you're thinking that there are secrets that this person is keeping from you, or that you're going to investigate and find with this Page of Swords energy here. And this whole process is putting you in this Five of Pentacles energy of feeling that if you find the answers, if you open that door, you might find something you didn't want to find. Okay? So you're looking for answers. You're watching them online. They might be watching you. Okay? They might be doing the same exact thing. But ultimately, it's blocking this movement forward. It's blocking the communication because energetically, there's a delay to this movement forward because you are stuck in this place of lack. There's lack of confidence. There could be some lack of funding. You could have lost a job, and that could be the beginning of everything. Or maybe this person lost a job, and now they're focused on getting a new job, on maybe going back to school to move forward or to relocate towards you. But ultimately, it's someone who doesn't necessarily, you're dealing with someone who doesn't necessarily share, wear their heart on their sleeve. Okay? And so you're thinking that there might be something going on. Whether you're right or wrong, let's find out. Let's get one more card. One more card, please. Just one more card for this message with the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords, please. There could have been, for those of you that this is someone you've been with in the past, there could have been some sort of deception or lies in the past, and that's why you're not trusting this reconciliation. Again, feel free to fast forward. These two cards came out again, so I'm going to take them both, even though I only asked for one. I'm being guided to take them both. Okay, so here we have something that resonates with that message, that you might be dealing with someone who recently lost a job, okay, and who's focused on either going back to school or finding a new job or perhaps additional training in order to be able to move forward, and that's keeping them from communicating, because they're not able to move towards you right now and move things forward. But once they do, they're going to move things quickly. Okay, so we have this Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So here's this new job, this new employment, this new opportunity that they're working quite hard on. Okay, this could be after having lost a job, all right, after or lost an opportunity that was supposed to bring in a lot of money. What I'm seeing here is that during this time apart, what they're doing is being strategic, okay? What's hidden to you with the Seven of Swords is that they are working on bettering themselves. Because ultimately, Eight of Wands, they do want to come towards you passionately. They want to communicate. They want things to move forward quickly. They might have a lot of things that are happening to them at the same time as they're trying to find a new career or go back to school or just find different solutions, okay, to a monetary problem. But this is definitely something that has put them in their logical mind, and therefore this person that you're dealing with does not have to be a masculine energy. It could be a feminine energy. Is in their masculine energy at this time because they are in action mode, okay? They are strategizing how to get to this abundant, successful beginning and opportunity, okay? And they're working really hard on it, and it's something they truly, deeply want. Excuse me. Let's get some additional cards here, Spirit. What else do you want to know? So, at the end of the day, you know, you're thinking this person is out there, what are they doing? Are they up to their same old tricks? Are they doing something they shouldn't be doing? Are they keeping secrets from me? And that's not the case, because the Seven of Swords is being clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So this is you. This is that mice energy that we got. So it's unnecessary stress, okay? Because what you see as deception is, and mystery and hidden truth, okay, is them actually taking this time to not communicate everything with you. Maybe they're letting you know what they're up to, but not everything, okay? Which is why you're feeling there's something hidden. But they're strategizing to be able to provide for themselves. And then ultimately, this connection, if it's something, you know, about taking you out on a date, you know, going away on a trip. Or for those of you that are resonating with more long-term commitment, it's the Ace of Pentacles. That's a huge offer, okay? Let me shuffle a little bit more, Spirit. What else do you want the collective to know regarding their current romantic connection? Additional guidance, messages, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I usually time my readings, but this is also going to be another different type of format where I'm going to go for as long as I am guided before the messages start to repeat themselves. That's how we'll know that will come to an end. So hopefully my goal is to get as many messages out for the collective, especially because I am understanding that some of you are dealing with 2, maybe even 3 different suitors. So I do have to put that out there. And you're needing to make a decision among them. Okay, so 3 more cards, Spirit. What do you want the collective to know regarding their romantic connections at this time, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me try to get my arms off the desk so I don't shake the camera. Sorry. Again, feel free to fast forward while I'm shuffling. Here we have the Queen of Cups. Wow, okay. Look at that. For those of you that are resonating with that divine connection, soulmate, sacred union, divine partnership, look at this. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love this specific card in this deck. I'm going to put this right here. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups that flew out by itself, and then these 3 that came out together. The King of Cups, which is, here we have a vibrational match, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. So here's that decision. You're balancing out a decision. You might even be balancing out an offer. Okay? And it's something you've been manifesting, something you've been waiting on. This could be the return of someone that you had this deep love and commitment for. Okay, that true love that came up earlier. Where is it? Here it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. Look at that. Now, to me, I read this 2 of Pentacles a little differently in a general reading. The 2 of Pentacles can be about needing to find balance between your spiritual path and your worldly path. Okay? And therefore needing to decide on how to move forward in a soul connection where one of you or both of you want more of a worldly lifestyle. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. So I'm seeing that that's where this 5 of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles is coming from with this King of Swords. Okay, so this is someone female or male, feminine energy, masculine energy, however it resonates with you, that is taking action at this time, okay, to build something, create something that will bring a long-term abundance and prosperity into fruition, that they've been working hard on getting back to this. And then for those of you who are in a separate connection, that you are dealing with the water sign, and you perhaps could be a water sign, or doesn't have to be, and that is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And because this could just be the soulmate connection, where you have these deep feelings for one another. There is true deep love here, okay? And this doesn't necessarily have to be the same as the other part of the reading, okay? So again, this could be a separate mini reading since it's for the collective, or it could be an additional message to the part of the reading we've already gone through. So only take what resonates, but this is the return of a soulmate, okay? So this could be for those of you that made different decisions in the karmic world, in the physical world, and went down different paths. And now she's looking out at the horizon. It's like you can see each other coming back. You can feel each other's energy because it's wands. Okay, so you're telepathically connected. And this is going to be something that will end up in a long-term commitment. Abundant, okay, happy family. This could also be a business, a family business, if that resonates with you. But ultimately, it'll be something long-term, committed, faithful, and loyal, with a deep knowing and loving connection and bond, where there is equal reciprocal emotion, okay? The King of Cups doesn't always necessarily show his emotions, but there is no doubt in this connection. Like neither you nor they have doubt that this is your true love, and that this is what you ultimately want with this person. This could be something you're manifesting, and you're beginning to see the signs that this person is coming back to you. You might be waiting on communication. They may have already reached out to you. They may have already made the offer to come and meet up with you and see you, but you're hesitant. And it could be because you feel that you moved on. It could be because of the past that you need to release and forgive, if this is truly your soulmate and it's someone you, with your free will, choose to be with. But ultimately, this could be someone that in the past was deceptive, and where you thought they were offering you this Ace of Pentacles, this huge happily ever after, the promise of a happily ever after. It didn't happen, and perhaps it didn't happen because they ended up being hyper focused in the material world, on their career path, on their goals, and chose that over your connection. So you might be a little hesitant, and you're having anxiety and worry about whether or not to let this person back into your life because it was so hard to get over them in the first place. Why have to do this to yourself again, right? Well, unfortunately, and I'll use unfortunately very lightly as a term, there's a strong bond here. There's a strong, loving, deep, true, unconditional love bond between you. And this is kind of someone that I guess I feel that you don't want to maybe see or speak to, because you know that if you open that door, there's no looking back. It's kind of like the connection, the chemistry, the passion. It's so insane. You can't say no to this person. And guess what? They feel the same way about you. Oh, look at that. We have the Queen of Swords and the Emperor coming up. A match to this King of Swords over here. Okay. So this could have been in the past that some of you may have been where you were both stuck in your heads. Okay. And harsh with your words and just following your logic and not your heart. Now, you could have loved each other very much because, look, there's that heart. Sorry, I'm saying heart, but the cup. There's that cup there in the corner that is guarded. Okay, so it doesn't mean she doesn't have a heart. It's just guarded. But ultimately, this may have been past energy. This is a separate message. This may have been where you were both at previously. So maybe you both met at a time where neither of you were looking for love. Okay? But everything, the sparks flew. Okay? And you just couldn't say no to this person. You were so attracted to them. And you both fell in love with each other quickly, even if it was something that you didn't want. And ultimately, this person has now gone off and made, good with their career. They may be an entrepreneur because we have the Emperor here. All right. They may have been, for those of you that are resonating with this person having been divorced, they could be a father. They could have had children. Okay. And so this time around, they're returning more determined. Okay. They're not coming back as a King of Swords. They're not coming back as a king. They're coming back as the Emperor. For those of you that are resonating with a return of someone. This isn't new energy. So some of you that are dealing with 2 or 3 suitors, one of them might be someone who's coming back, that you may have been manifesting to come back, or that you see on the horizon. They may have reached out to you, like you could feel their energy. You just know any day now they're going to reach out to you. And for those of you that resonate with Sacred Union, this would be the Divine Masculine. Okay, who's, yes, returning as this King of Kings, but in their heart space, where in the past they may have not been in their heart space. Okay, they are now returning in their heart space. Maybe where marriage or a long-term connection in the past was not in the cards, it might be now. Might be something that might be now, whether that's for you or them. Okay. And you're wondering whether you can trust this person. I'm going to put it back in because that was the bottom of the deck. Let's see. What else do you want the collective to know regarding the love connection, regarding this romantic connection for their highest good? Spirit. I just saw the Empress and the Sun. Okay, so let's see. I'm being guided to split the deck, so let me do that first. What else do you want the collective to know? Spirit. Angel Michael. Feel free to fast forward through this. Oh my. It came up. So we have the Two of Wands, the Page of Wands, Death, and Rebirth. I know this is death and rebirth, but to me this is death and rebirth. So here we have the Sun. Oh, that wanted to come out. You saw that. I picked up the deck and it came out. That's the Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck is Three of Swords. Let me put it over here so you can see it. Hopefully. Let me check. So you saw that Two of Cups come out. Okay, good. You can see it. And it fell right here in between these two. So we have the death and rebirth of a soulmate connection. Definitely a soulmate connection, whether this is someone new or a reconciliation. Here is the Three of Swords with the Four of Wands. So the loss of a marriage. So we might be dealing, you or them, loss of a marriage, loss of an engagement, loss of a divine partnership, someone you shared a home with and had a strong spiritual union and connection with, and it was painful. Okay? So that might be for some of you, not all of you. Again, only take what resonates. Whatever it was, however your connection may have ended, okay? There's this new beginning. Here's the Sun, the happiest card in the tarot. And it's clarified by the Two of Cups. So where you and this person may have gone your separate ways in the past, okay, with this Two of Wands energy, there is sudden communication that's coming in about starting this new journey together, okay, about maybe even traveling together. After a time where there have been huge changes on a personal level, on a spiritual level, for each one of you independently, for this connection. So for those of you that have healed these boundaries, okay, that did heal from the separation, that found how to love yourself again, may have gone back to school, worked hard on your own career, okay, got yourself together, and now you're ready for what may be next, okay? So whether to trust this or not, I'm seeing that you can trust this person. It's going to lead to this beautiful, happy, and joyful connection. And with the Page of Wands, and we had the Fool card earlier as the bottom of the deck, okay, I'm seeing that it's passionate. One of you might be younger than the other. So there's going to be some playful joy going on. Regardless, you know, one of you may not be necessarily younger than one another, but there is definitely this youthful excitement. Again, I see a lot of travel here, so this could be specifically for those of you that are going to be traveling overseas to see one another or to travel together. I know we're in the middle of this, you know, pandemic, you know, these current events, but I still see this. And this could just be that, you know, you live miles apart. Okay, so that in itself is traveling, you know, having to travel an hour, 2 hours to go see each other. And you can trust that the old ways are done and gone, okay? This is like a complete refresh for this connection. And whether you choose to stay as friends or you move forward towards something else, it's going to be very illuminating and happy and joyful. You're just being guided to continue to keep boundaries, okay? Learn from the past, don't live in it. Let me repeat that. Learn from the past, don't live in it. So you're being given this opportunity for a fresh start with this person, whether it is a friendship, okay, or it leads to more. You do need to commit to staying healthy, to keeping your boundaries up, to letting go, forgiving, releasing, right? We got that at the beginning. In order to be able to move into this happy ending, okay? And this happy ending could be whatever it is to you, okay? It could be moving in together. It could be starting a family together with or without marriage. It could be, it's definitely, I feel, being on the same page. And we did have both the King and Queen of Swords and the King and Queen of Cups come up. So it's definitely a divine connection where there is, you consider each other, you know, that this is someone that's your soulmate. There's a strong bond, definitely, okay? There's a strong bond here. So you can trust it. You can definitely trust it. So this worry, okay, this worry that you have about this person is perhaps where you need to still heal. Okay? You need to still heal what is coming up. And the sooner you do this, the better. The sooner you heal, the sooner you release, the sooner you let go and you commit to your healing of, be it abandonment issues, deception, third party, lies. And again, that third party could even be, as I channeled earlier, that this person you're connected with chose to focus on their career, you know, chose the world, the karmic world, the 3D world over the connection for whatever reason. That's something you still need to let go and heal from. You need to heal from it, find forgiveness, and then release it. Release it. Now, we're going to move on and get some advice from Spirit. Let me see. Let's get some advice from Spirit. Let's get some advice from Spirit on what they want you to know at this time. What is the advice here for the collective? Well, those who are guided to this reading, who are watching this reading, regarding their current romance and love connection. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, please show us. What is the advice here? I'm being guided to pick just one card. So I'm feeling that I'm picking up again on that energy where you might be in different situations or in different levels of this connection, but the main themes hold true. Okay, so again, releasing this codependency, these abandonment issues, healing them, realizing that divine timing is here, and if something didn't happen, it's not, I don't feel that it was rejection. I feel that it's wasn't the right timing. In fact, you might even had a timing issue with this person where timing was never right. Okay? And that was a block to what you felt was true love and commitment with this person. But regardless, there's also boundaries that need to be placed, healthy boundaries. So it's not about building walls, it's about building boundaries. Okay? And having this unconditional love for self to have these healthy boundaries, and having this unconditional love for the potential of your connection, okay, to give and receive in this connection and see where it will go. Of course, always trust your inner guidance and be prepared to, protect these boundaries, okay, as you go along. Communication is going to be a big deal in this connection, because where I feel that communication as a whole may have not been an issue within this connection, I feel that loving communication, emotional communication, speaking about your feelings and where the connection is going, that may have been a problem for you guys in the past. I don't feel that it's going to be a problem this time around, but it's definitely something that needs to be said from the beginning, okay? So whether this is a new connection, a reconciliation, this is something that's important to you, then this is definitely something you want to communicate from the beginning. Set that tone. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck now and pull one card on what is Spirit's advice regarding this connection. Okay, being guided to shuffle 2 more times. So give me just a second. What is Spirit's advice, guidance, or your highest good regarding your current romantic connection for the collective, and whoever's guided to watch this? Communication is key. What did I just say? I mean, communication is key. New moon and Gemini. There's that air sign again. When I see the Gemini card come up in this Moonology deck, I get twin flame energy. So some of you might be dealing with a twin flame. You don't have to be. You may not even care about labels. Hey, but the point is, just like I had just said, okay, communication is key. So there is some healing that still needs to be done with communication. All right, we did have the book that came up at the beginning about hidden mysteries, secrets. It was, however, an open book, so it's about the revelation of these secrets. Let me see if I can move everything around and we can all see it together. Okay. Because it's also knowledge and intellect and education. Okay, so let's not have any secrets this time around. Let's love ourselves so much and have healed that we have self-worth, and we are an open book, and we share, okay? We share our emotions this time around, and we expect our partner to share of their emotions this time around, okay? Because there is a deep love here. That is without a doubt. There is a true divine soul contract here with this person, okay? And where you may have thought that it was the ending, and this may not necessarily lead beyond a friendship. I mean, it's however it resonates for you, and however, what stage you are in your healing, okay? That it will lead to a commitment. It will lead into this reciprocal loving commitment, this deep loving commitment. And this commitment, again, could, for some of you, could be marriage. It could just be, you know, a spiritual union, however you resonate with this. But ultimately, you need to be honest about what you want, what your boundaries are, because no one is a mind reader. Present party excluded. Just kidding. I don't read minds, but I do, you know, I'm clairvoyant. But, sorry. My spirit guides are laughing in the back of my head now. Thanks. Okay. Yes. So, moving forward. No one is a mind reader. So it's important that you... Archangel Michael thinks I'm funny. It's important that you communicate from your heart place, but with pure honesty. Okay, so what does that mean? That your intent in your communication is to be honest and truthful. It is not to harm or accuse the other person. Okay? It is to set boundaries with love and to create the space for growth. But definitely, there's things that need to be spoken. This could even be that forgiveness and release, having that moment where you verbally communicate to one another that you're sorry about whatever things may have happened in the past, and that you want to start fresh. Okay? Now, I did promise that we were going to use another oracle deck to get some messages from this person, with the person you're dealing with, your romantic interest. So let me grab that deck. Now what I did is I put 2 decks together by the same person, just so that it's more realistic for me, because one deck is more, I feel, happy-go-lucky than the other, even though it's got, you know, different messages, but I was guided to do it this way, so I've kept it this way since I got the deck. Let's see. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, what does your person want you to know at this time? What they're thinking, how they're feeling, what messages do they want to communicate to the watcher, viewer, and cross-watcher? Now, since there's so many cards, wait, that one stayed behind. I'm gonna split the deck in half and then grab from each half. Otherwise, this is too much to shuffle at one time. Okay. Threes. What was the first one? Huh! We will be together again. Guys. I can't even. I can't even. That card wanted to stay behind, and then I pick it up, and this is what I get. We will be together again. Look at that. Look at that. Look, look, look. Here's that return. We will be together again. Okay, what else, Spirit? What does this person want the viewer to know regarding their connection, messages? What do I want to know? One card, please. That's beautiful. We will be together again. If you had any doubts, their higher self is letting you know that they know for a fact that you will be together again. These cards aren't wanting to come out. Okay. That's too many. Just one, please. Feel free to fast forward. I'm seeing the communication problem. It's like, this, you know, your person is like, that's it. That's all I have to say. Come on. What else do you want to say? You know you want to say more. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, one more card, please. Oh, there we go. I will wait for a sign from you. So this is for those of you that are in communication or have been in communication somehow. I will wait for a sign for you. Look at that. Waiting. Waiting for a sign. I will wait for a sign. So I feel that that's that Two of Pentacles energy, where some of you have received an offer, need to have a decision to make, and an offer to come together, be it for coffee or, I don't know, FaceTime, however this applies for you. One more card, Spirit, please. What do they want their person to know that's watching? It's been guided to this reading, please. One card. Okay, let me grab my, let me put my arms out so I don't shake the camera. Sorry. I want this to be Spirit and your person's energy, so I am not going to cut the deck. I'm going to keep shuffling. Please feel free to fast forward. I hid who I really am from you. Didn't we discuss this? Like, this is exactly what I channeled earlier. That there was this level of not being completely honest about what you wanted, or feelings or emotions. King of Swords, Queen of Swords that came up. One of you may, okay, 2 messages. They may have said that they were okay with the commitment and it turned out it didn't work that way, that they actually are not about marriage and commitment. Or you or them knew that you or them wanted a commitment. They wanted the opposite, so they kept it to themselves. But what I'm seeing here is that this is also about their feelings. I'm getting a lot that this has to do with their feelings, okay? That they're waiting a sign from you before they can even open up. I'm going to get one more card. Spirit, one more card, please. What does this person want their person to know that's watching? Okay, that's 2 cards. Just one more, please. One more. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, what does their person want them to know? The viewers watching. The collective. Just one card, please. Just one card. My life is not as together as it seems. Wow. Okay, so this is that 8 of Pentacles. Hold on, it's in here. Let me just try to pull it. King of Swords. Where is it? King of Swords. Just give me a minute, guys. King of Swords, 7 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. My life is not as together as it seems. Okay, so this is someone who, again, may have suffered some sort of financial loss and is currently working at finding a new opportunity for work, right? Or going back to school to be able to find a new opportunity for work. And that's not too far-fetched because we have so many, you know, it's going on. That's what's going on in the world right now, unfortunately. You know? But you were feeling, or you are feeling, or before this reading, you were feeling that there was some lies and deception and mystery, things that were being hidden from you. And what it was is that this person was just strategizing, researching how to get out of this place of lack. Okay, whether it be financial lack, lack of confidence, okay? If it's that they went through a divorce and lost a lot of money, they're working on getting this new life started. And their life is not as together as it seems. And I feel that that also piggybacks, where is it? I hid who I really am from you. Okay? I also feel that that piggybacks on that. So they may not necessarily be sharing, or may have not shared the depth of the situation they're in. Okay? And so you felt that there was some lying and deception going on. But we already clarified that the 7 of Swords energy is this Ace of Pentacles and this 8 of Pentacles. So it's strategy, okay? That they are not completely communicating with you, okay? They're working at finding a solution to get out of this place of lack. And also this could be finding a solution to come together, to get out of this separation with you, okay? To make this big offer of commitment and stability that they really truly want and are ready to do the work, where they may have not been in a place to do the work in the past. Okay, I just needed to quiet my mind to see if there were any other messages that are coming in. Okay, so we will be together again. I will wait for a sign from you. My life is not as together as it seems. I hid who I really am for you. So we have someone here who's still healing, who's still working on getting their life together. Okay. We have the potential for a happily ever after, because we did have the sun come up along with the ring and true love. Okay, but yet there is still healing that needs to be done. Okay, rejection, boundaries that need to be put in place. And so while you may not be together, or you may have hit a bump in the road with this person if you are together in the physical world, ultimately you're being guided. Communication is key. And again, Gemini, the twins, so you have this mirroring going on. But it's not safe to assume that you can tell what the other person's thinking or what they want. Things need to be verbalized. Okay? And for some of you, it might actually need to be done in person, which we saw at the beginning that there was the birds, the garden, and I can't remember the third card. Oh, yeah, the ring. So, yes, set the date to come together and communicate. If they've reached out to you and they're waiting for you to say, yes, let's hang out, let's talk, okay? And this is something you want to explore, then go for it. Just remember to communicate from a place of love, a heart-centered place, okay? With healthy boundaries. And again, releasing the past, not living in it. Now, please feel free, let me know how you like this new format. For those of you who have followed me for a while, I know I've been gone for a bit, but I've actually moved 3 times in the last year, so that's a whole different story. Won't bore you with the details. To get jump started on your healing, okay, to get over this healing and these codependent issues, feel free, please, to allow me to join you on your healing journey through booking a Reiki session with me. I have received my Reiki Master certification, and I do the Reiki sessions through distance, so you can be anywhere in the world, and we can work on getting you empowered, cutting away negative cords, and giving you back the confidence that you need to find and strengthen your unconditional love for self. Also, if you are interested, or rather when you're interested in getting more of information in your connection or anything at all, career, life, feel free to check out my website and book your reading there. You can book your Reiki reading, as well as your Reiki session, as well as your reading, I should say, on the same website, which you can reach through violetflameoracle.com or lachicvie.com, which is my online metaphysical store. All the information is there. You can also contact me through that page, or following me on Instagram through Violet Flame Oracle, or This is Iliana. All the links are in the link tree in my bio here. Thank you so much for coming back and for your continued support and love. Please remember to subscribe and hit the bell for new messages that will be coming on, and I'll be uploading on here onto YouTube. Once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, I intend to hold weekly lives on here for you guys. My sole purpose is focusing on Reiki. So these readings for me are something that I am guided to do because I love to do them and I love to help others. And I know that right now we're in a time where guidance is necessary. So these readings are my gift to you for your continued support and for your energy exchange of love and light. Sending you all so much love and light at this time, and many blessings. Be good and be safe. And I hope to see and hear from you guys, and let me know what you think. Thank you so much.